Well, the interesting thing is while we had our disagreements, politics is a rough and tumble sport for adults. We had our disagreements, but the interesting thing is when you look at some of his ideas, you can see some resemblance.
So, well, he loves your dad. Loves you.
He was opposed to the Iraq War. He thought that nation building was wasting a lot of money overseas, and we ought to spend that money at home. We got to rebuild our own country before we think about, rebuilding other countries. He has thought regime change in the Middle East has led to more war and less stability. So really on some major issues like the Iraq War, nation building, regime change, we've been on the same page. I think on the intelligence communities, the fact that we are sort of spying on foreigners, but then trapping Americans in that spy game, they've trapped the president in this. They are now, and here's something that most people don't know. The NSA spies on the president all the time. Not only this president, they spied on President Obama 1,500 times in 1 year, and what they did is they say they minimize his name. So they know he's talking to a foreign leader. They're spying on the foreign leader. They record the whole phone call. But here's the rub. You're dependent on honest people in the NSA and in the intelligence apparatus to not reveal that conversation. But we've already found out they revealed the Michael Flynn conversation, which is illegal, and they ought to go to jail for.
Well, that's my next question, Senator. Since you're bringing this up, we've got a former Attorney General of Bush saying, of course, they taped him. We have the Intelligence Committee head in the House saying, oh yeah, we looked at it. There's no traitorous stuff. They did talk to him to line up phone conversations. So they try to say, oh, we're spying. Now they say they never did it. It looks like Obama and them are in big trouble now. And now we have this new Vault 7 total dossier of how they can remote control planes, cars, take over any device, power plants, spying on us via iPhones. Can you speak to that? I mean, I know you're in high-level intelligence committees, but can you speak to that, Senator Rand Paul?
Well, I think the most important thing to remember is the mainstream media is misleading everyone. They're saying, oh, President Obama didn't have the power to order a wiretap on Trump. That's probably not the way it worked. Probably the Justice Department ordered it, but their ultimate boss is the president, or was President Obama. But also they probably didn't order the tap on Trump. They probably ordered the tap on a foreigner who might have been making phone calls. So if they tap a foreign ambassador, that ambassador calls, and the ambassadors actually call and talk to both campaigns, and the ambassadors talk to all the senators.
Sure, so they're playing a semantical game.
Exactly. Basically, it sounds like it happened. I don't know if it happened or not, but I think it's going to be explosive if somehow we get to see the documents that actually say that this was done. And the thing is they're saying, oh, if Trump wasn't the target of it, it wasn't done. They can still listen to your phone calls. Anytime you talk to a foreigner, if the foreigner has been targeted by any of our intelligence agencies, they listen to the phone call, but then you must trust them to minimize you and mask you so your name is not revealed to the public.
Well, plus, it's illegal for them to be leaking. I mean, they've been leaking. Now they're denying it. In closing, then, I mean, this seems like this new Vault 7. I was told this was coming out a few weeks ago. A devastating blow against the deep state that, thinks it's bigger than Congress, bigger than the president, bigger than the people. It seems like this is a major strike back against the deep state with what they've been doing to everybody, not just President Trump. What's your take on that, and what are you hearing inside Congress and the halls of the Senate as the next shoe to drop, Senator Rand Paul?
I think the most important thing I'm hearing and that I'm worried about is that private conversations between our officials, our president, NSA, are being monitored and then leaked. And this is not the same as a leak like you say something personal about what the president or their wife is wearing in the White House. That's a leak. But if you reveal classified conversations that are being tapped by the intelligence community, this is a crime that should be punishable by jail, and it lets the deep state have so much power that every American will ultimately live in fear of their phone conversations being listened to. And so this is very, very dangerous, and if there is any kind of investigation, it needs to be of those in the intelligence community who are committing felonies by revealing secretly recorded conversations.
Well, exactly. We always think of a Russian threat or a Chinese threat, and certainly those are threats. But what about our own bureaucrats? I mean, anybody knows with their own business, your biggest threat's a rogue employee. I mean, it's problems, inside jobs. I mean, this is crazy that they would go this far and be this arrogant. It seems like the Democrats have gone from being very arrogant just a week ago to running scared. Now, I'm not seeing a lot of this in MSM, but the #1 story on the internet, which is the real media, is Vault 7. So I know you're a busy man for our country, but I hope you can also talk more about that, because it seems like good people in the intelligence agencies, this didn't come from the Russians, obviously, I'm told it comes from the CIA, are leaking about their own agencies because they see these agencies sabotaging a president that's only trying to turn our economy back on. Senator Rand Paul, anytime you want to come on, thank you for coming on the broadcast. We'll be looking for your 2 new bills that you already had a year ago, reintroduced today at randpaul.com. We'll certainly get behind those. Thank you so much.